Meeple Village. Today we're going to be playing Funkoverse, and the reason why we're doing that is because one of you guys asked for it. I'm talking about Chloe Morton 3331. She had a little bit of a hard time understanding the rules for the croquet scenario. We're going to be playing that one today, so join me at the table and let's play Funkoverse. Alright, I have to admit that I started recording the video earlier and for some reason it didn't have any audio. I'm actually using a different audio source right now to make sure you get the intro. And also, well, we lost 17 minutes of the video, and you don't want to know how many times I've had to do this intro. Too many times. But we're doing it again because I want you guys to see what the setup is all about. You guys know, and if you don't, I'm letting you know that I'm going through a whole different setup, and it's going to save me time in the future. As of right now, I'm actually spending more time than I used to because of all of the technological difficulties that I've been having, but I know in the future it's going to be better. So bear with me. I thank you so much for having the patience to bear with me. And you know, I'm trying to make it look work. There is no try. We all know that if you're a Star Wars fan, do or do not, there is no try. So I am working on making things better, more smooth, better quality. So I know you guys have to put up with a little bit of not the quality you have come to expect from Meeple Village, but I'm working on it. In any case, let's go to setup. So I've got the map in the middle of the board, and this map is of course the same that you're going to see in the scenario card. It tells you what to use because this is a double-sided board, so there's a different map on the other side. For now, we've got in this map, our croquet map, we got our point markers, A, B, C, D. If you interact with those, you usually get a point. It is true for this scenario as well. But in this scenario, we got these markers that are called wickets that we are going to be using. And we also have two croquet balls. So one for the black team, one for the white team. Let's take a look at our teams then. We got two teams of two characters each. The white team is composed of Alice and then a basic character, a kitten. Now, I do have other boxes, and I could have added another character from another box. You can mix and match in this game. It's really cool. But I decided to keep it simple, keep it just Alice in Wonderland today. All right, so she's got a cooldown track, which you'll understand when we start playing. She was denoted the first player when I played before, but of course you're not going to be able to see it because we lost that footage. I got a checkmark that we're going to be using during the scenario. I've got her mana pool, which I, created from based on her character sheet. She's got her white rabbit that she starts with, and she also has a pink flamingo mallet in her hands, which is an item. You'll learn about that in a minute. And the activation tokens, so when somebody takes a turn, you'll mark that they've taken a turn. Pretty much same thing for the black character. She's got her cooldown track, the queen. She's got her mana pool. She starts with the status card. You'll read that in her character sheet. She's got her activation markers. She's got her check mark that we're going to use during the game. And she starts with her ally, the playing card. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the scenario and the character's abilities, and then we'll get going. So here's the scenario card. You can read the flavor text and the setup instructions, but I've already done all of that. What I want to focus on is the rules. Let's see. Characters may challenge their team's ball. Push the ball in a straight line, a number of squares equal to the successes roll. You may not choose to move less than the full amount of successes rolled. And if you're not familiar with the game, that's what a success looks like. And this one is 3 successes. If you are a challenger, that's what you're looking for. If you're a defender, your successes are going to be, this one is a success, shield, and this one is 3 successes. Alright, moving on. Let's see. If a ball would enter a square with another ball, okay, if we skipped one, I skipped one. If a ball will enter a square with an obstruction and its movement. So if a ball moves all the way to a tree, we'll stop because a tree will stop it. But if a ball will enter a square with another ball or a character and its movement just the same, but then move the other ball or character the remaining distance in the same direction. And we're going to see this through the game because it's going to happen. So I know because I'm in the past. I already played the game. Balls may not be removed from the map for any reason. And if your ball moves through a wicket without your check marker, place your check marker on that wicket. And how do we gain points? Well, we gain points by placing your check marker on a wicket. We can gain points by interacting with point markers, and we can get points by knocking out a rival. And if you know this game, you need to first do a challenge to them, knock them down, and then do another challenge to them and knock them out. It could be during the same turn or during different turns. And if you're knocked down, it takes 2 actions to get back up, which I'm going to show you right now. So, but before I do that, how do we win? We need 6 points to win if we have 2 characters per team. These are the basic actions. It's also the black team's ally, what's it called, playing card. And so our basic actions, we can do 2 actions in a turn, are move up to 2 squares. You can move diagonal, but you cannot move through obstructions and rivals. You can move through your friends. There's the challenge, which has this icon, which lets you know that it's an attack. Roll 2 dice to challenge an adjacent rival. Of course, in this game, we're also challenging our balls to move it. We can assist, stand up an adjacent ally that's been knocked down. We can interact, and this will depend on the scenarios. In this particular one, we're going to interact with the point markers to get a point. And then the last one is to use 2 actions to stand up if you've been knocked down. For our queen, she rolls 2 dice when she defends, and she has this innate ability, get to the part where I lose my temper. At the start of the game, give the queen the temper status card, which I have here. After arrival, the queen can see, does an interact or assist, place the temper status card on the 2 of your cooldown track and do a basic move or challenge. And this will happen during the game, so you'll get to see it. Her temper card says, well, the temper status card is on your cooldown track, the queen is angry. So she's angry for 2 turns, for 2 rounds, I guess. This status cannot be discarded. And then her abilities that she needs to pay for with mana, there's one that is red, and you will put the token in the number 3 of the cooldown track, off with her heads. That is her challenge or attack ability. Challenge 4, she's a pretty good attacker. If the queen is angry, decrease this ability cost by 2. So instead of putting it on the cooldown track at level 3, we will put it at level 1. It's a very good discount. For yellow on level 2, all ways are by ways. Move 1 first, and then an ally does a move 2. Then if the queen is angry, they do a challenge 2. And you'll see this during the game as well. And then the last one, Her Imperial Majesty, choose a rival or token the queen can see within 2 squares, move them 2 squares. Tokens only, we cannot move markers, we cannot move the wicket. And then her item will go on the number 2 of the cooldown track when we use it, and it lets her do a challenge 3 and move the target 1 space. And now on to Alice with her rabbit. She also rolls 2 when she defends. Follow the white rabbit. When Alice becomes exhausted, you may place a white rabbit minion token in a square Alice can't see. Then Alice may do a move 1 towards the white rabbit. And yes, that will happen during the game. For one of the cooldown track for yellow mana, she can choose a token within 3 squares. Then Alice, choose a token within 3 squares that Alice can see and place her adjacent to it. You will see that during the game. Grow larger is her challenge. Do a challenge 2 to each adjacent rival. Push each adjacent rival in token 1 square. You will also be seeing that during the game. And then finally, for blue mana on cool track number 2, grow smaller, move 2. This may move Alice through rivals and obstructions. And her pink flamingo mallet is a challenge item that can move 1 and then challenge 3. And it will also go on the number 2 of the cooldown track. Alright, and the first thing that we did during the game was to flip this token, and it actually did the same thing it did now. It fell on the white instead of the black, so the first player marker goes to the white team. They started. The first thing they would do is place their characters up on the field, and I honestly don't remember exactly where I placed them, but then the second player would place their characters, and all that happened was that, I believe, this one, I don't remember which one, but one of them did a move action and a challenge action to the ball and moved the ball, the white ball, and then the same thing here, but this one they got lucky and they moved it so far that it moved through a wicket, so it gave them a point. And I believe that's pretty much where we're at. Of course, they might not be in the right spots, but when we go back to the video, you'll know exactly where we're at. But that's basically what happened during the game. That was not the part that wasn't recorded. Now on to the game live, and I guess in the past, because I am right now in the future. Because we got to put a check mark on our wicket, we also get a point. So first point of the game. All right, so my guess is if we go through another wicket, we get to put the marker on another wicket. All right, so that was it for them. Playing card moved 1 and then did a challenge. So playing card is done. All right, let's go back to Alice's turn. And I guess it's going to be this guy's turn. So let's see. How did we say we're going to do it? Okay, yeah, so 1. So she can't move here because this obstruction is not all the way in the center of the square. So she's allowed to move there. Or he, I don't know if the kitten is male or female. And then after I move 2, we're going to challenge 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the only one we have. But the good thing is that If we go that way, there's another one waiting for us, and then maybe we have to go all the way over there to get the ball back. We can get a point from the point markers. So let's see how that goes. So challenge 2. And it's 3 successes, not bad. So the ball goes 1, 2, and 3, and I'm guessing it went through a wicket, so we also get a point. So anyways, when Alice took a turn, she should have placed the white rabbit when she got exhausted. She has an ability. When Alice becomes exhausted, you may place the white rabbit minion token in a square Alice can see. Then Alice may do a move 1 towards the white rabbit. So we're placing the white rabbit in a square she can see. I don't know which. I guess that one is fine, and then this one. And this girl moved the ball 3 times over here. So 1, 2. Wait a minute. The ball was here. 1, 2, 3. We got through a wicket. We got our check mark. We got our point. We are tied. Let's go. I put the activation token on her because the kitten is done. I don't know if it's a female kitten or a male kitten, but I guess we can call it what we want. And then the queen, her ball is all the way here now. So I think the queen is going to start trying to go somewhere. Let's see. We're going to do all ways are my ways, I think. Let's explore it together. It says move 1, an ally does a move 2. Then if the queen is angry, they do a challenge 2. Well, the queen is not angry because Alice or the kitten have not done an interact action. All they've done are pretty much challenge actions or an assist action. But the queen will still use her always are my ways. Put the mana on the cooldown track on number 2. By the way, we didn't do the cooldown track last time because there was nothing to do, but we'll start doing it now because now there's stuff on the cooldown track. Actually, we haven't finished this round, so we're good. All right, so move 1. So there's 1. By the way, I couldn't find the black base, but she kind of stands on her own, and I know she's the black team player, so I figured, hey, you know what? You stand. If it would have been Alice, we would have had a problem. I don't know if she can stand without a base. Can you stand without a base? Yeah, she kind of can. Okay, now I have to put the base back. Okay, there we go. So forgive me with I looked in like most of the boxes that I had. I couldn't find it. All right. So and then an ally does a move 2, which I think is convenient because we gotta get to that ball again, and maybe if we can go here for sure. We can't do this marker again. That's why we have the markers there, because they want us to do another wicket. Interesting. Okay. And then, of course, the challenge, if the queen is angry, happens only if the queen is angry. Does the challenge happen? So it won't happen. So she did that, and she has another action. So she's going to move 2, 1, 2, and come and get me if you can. And then she's going to end her turn, and we're at the end of the round. So at the end of the round, starting with the first player, we move stuff down on the cooldown track, but of course there's nothing in this cooldown track. But there is something here, so this one goes to the 1. The next turn, it'll come off the cooldown track and back to her pool. And now we switch the first player token to over here, so the queen gets another turn. Or, not the queen, but it could be the playing card. The black team gets their first turn in this round, and we remove all the activation markers. Okay, so I got options. I can come and try to beat this person down, or I can go get that ball. Now, I don't know if this prevents movement. I wouldn't think so because, ouch! Okay, see, you need your base because it doesn't cover the middle of the square. So I guess I can walk, on the same square as it because I need to get me over here or over here, which I could. 1, 2, no, I couldn't. Okay, so let's see. She could do. Well, we could go ahead and start jumping down on Alice. We could do that. Do I want to do that though? Actually, you know what? I think the queen is going to go get herself a point by going here. So she's going to do a move 2, 1, 2. I believe all of that is legal because there's nothing in the center of the square. You lost your mallet, my friend. And then she's going to interact with the D, which puts the D on number 4. But gets her a point. So we're at 2. And the queen is done. And then we're going to go to Alice. And Alice, where's her ball at? Over there. 1, 2, and here it's 1, 2, 1. Well, actually, I can move through her, move through the white rabbit. So it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, same thing. We won't get there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, so we need to get moving. Who wants to move first? I think because I want to stay away from the queen, we'll have the kitten go first and move 1. I don't think I can move here from there. So 1, 2. And another move action will put me here. 1. Although it's dangerous because the queen can come and hurt me. So she has to come this way either way. So maybe I'll just go 1, 2, stay away from her for now. And next time I can interact with the point and get ourselves a point. So that's the kitten. I don't want to mess with the queen. Who wants to mess with the queen? I mean, I'm not really familiar with Alice in Wonderland. I'm sure, I mean, I know the story and stuff, but I know the queen is pretty nasty. So I really don't want to mess with the queen if I don't have to. And the queen is already activated, but she's going to get another round, isn't she? So let's go to the black team and see what they're going to do. So the queen's already activated, so she can't go again. So we have to move our playing card. And I think we'll take a move 2, 1, 2. We stand right here. I think this is allowed, but again, game doesn't quite say it. And then we'll do a challenge to the ball to move it away from our wicket and onto the next wicket, maybe straight down. So challenge 2. And we get 2 successes. So the ball moves 1, 2. Now it's in this spot, but it didn't go through a wicket, which I believe right over here, if your ball moves through a wicket. So I would think that through a wicket means it has to move through it, and it didn't. It moved next to it. But with that, our playing card is finished and activated. So we're going to go back to Alice, and Alice is the only one left to be activated. Okay, so Alice is next, and she's gonna do something a little different. She's gonna use her item, her super pink flamingo mallet, because in a way I'm thinking, you know, if I don't start using the cooldown track, I'm never going to get my stuff back. What am I hugging all that stuff? Let's go ahead and use the stuff that needs to go on the cooldown track and get it going. So with that in mind, I have to put it on space number 2, but I get to move 1 and challenge 3, and I'm going to move 1 right here and then challenge 3 this person, this playing card, and you know, see if I can knock them down, because if I can knock them down and later I can, you know, that was my first action, so I have another action, I might be able to completely get rid of them, knock them out if I'm lucky, and gain a point. So challenge 3. Alright, I only got 1 hit on them, so success, so probably not going to happen. And if you look at their token, it tells you right there that they rolled 2 dice for defense. So let's go ahead and roll for them. Let's see how many successes they get. And they actually get 2 successes. Each shield for them is a success. So we need to get, attacker needs to get hits, defender needs to get shields. So she did not, but she wasn't able to knock them down. She still has 1 more action. And so for her second action, she could try. I mean, she would be first next turn, so she's able to attack him again. Does she want to spend maybe some stuff? Her challenge action, grow larger, has her do a challenge 2 to each adjacent rival and push each adjacent rival and token 1 square. So of course, there's only like 1 adjacent rival. But I would get to push him, and probably, I mean, the only thing is, I don't want them closer. I don't, you know what? I'm thinking I should go get that ball instead of like trying to, it's so hard to defeat people in this game that I don't know if it's worth my time. But what I can do is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. She's not 3 away. She has a Curiouser and Curiouser ability. Choose a token within 3 squares that Alice can see and place her adjacent to it. If she was a little closer, she could do that. She wouldn't have spent her time fighting that guy. She'd be able to do that, and that would have been so much smarter. But you know, I never said I was smart. I'm just playing the game, right? Anyway, so I guess she's just gonna move too, or she could do a challenge too to each adjacent rival, but I don't know. And she has another ability that lets her move through rivals, so she could go 1, 2. But she can do that just like that without having to spend her mana, so I don't see it as very useful. So move to it is 1, 2. I'm not going to think about it too much. And that's it for her. So she gets activated. And we're at the end of the round. So starting with the first player, everything comes down. So this one is going to go back to their mana pool. The D is going to come down 1. And when the D goes all the way down, we put it back where it started. Luckily, it's in this paint jars, paint cans, I guess. So I'll remember where they go. Well, you could always look at the map, I guess. And then her pink flamingo mallet, which I like. I like her ability, that ability. So that goes down. And then everybody gets. I don't know why I'm having issues with my audio. Hopefully, you're catching everything that I'm saying. Yeah, I get a notification that the audio gets disconnected. Why are you getting disconnected? You're plugged. Okay, so everybody's ready to go. The first player marker goes back to the white team, so the white team is first, which I guess now that she can see, well, all she can do is move next to the item. I don't want to use my kitten first because I know that if I interact with the point marker, the queen is going to get mad, because the queen's ability, if you remember, is to, at the start of the game, after arrival, the queen can see, does an interact, which is what the kitten would be doing. She would be able to see the kitten. She would totally be able to see the kitten interact with that point marker and become angry. So I'm going to have Alice go first to then deal with everything else. Of course, Alice wants to go kick the ball, and then the queen is going to be like right next to her and can go attack her, especially since she's right now, she's a little mad. She's not angry yet, but she's a little mad that I attacked the playing card. But we have to get points. So Alice is going to do a move 2, 1, 2, and then she's going to challenge. Unfortunately, the best challenge she's got is a challenge 2. She could challenge every adjacent rival and push each adjacent rival and token 1 square. I think she's going to do that. That's the grow larger. It's going to cost her her blue mana in spot number 2, but she gets to move to, no, I'm kidding. That's grow larger is a yellow mana on spot 3, which is not the best spot. It's pretty high, but she can do a challenge 2 to each adjacent rival and then push each adjacent rival and token 1 square. And it's that token thing I'm looking for, because she is adjacent to the ball, so she'd be able to push the ball. By the way, I had to look in the manual, and the ball is a token. In the component section, the ball is referred to as a token. It says ball tokens. And the wickets, by the way, are referred to as markers, and you cannot move markers. They're not tokens, so this ability will not affect the wickets, which makes sense. They're in place, but the balls can be moved, right? So she's going to go ahead and use the grow larger. It's going to be, her mana is going to be stuck on level 3 for a while. She won't get it back. And then she's going to do a challenge 2 to every rival, which is the only rival she's got is really the ball. And she's moving the ball 1. So the ball was here. Wait, the ball was here. So wait a second, where was the ball? No, it must have been, well, if she's pushing it in a straight line, she should be here, because that's what she wanted to do, push it there. Okay, that works. And then I think I'm right, I moved it and the camera wasn't on it, and now I can't remember to bring it back. I need to remember to switch cameras, that's what I need to remember. But in any case, push each adjacent rival and token 1 square. So this guy, we're gonna push it towards there, so they, actually that's kind of helping them though. I guess, doesn't matter. I would imagine that I have to push it away from me, although what if I was looking this way? But I was looking this way when it started, so I don't know. We'll just put it there. It'll take them a little longer to get to it, is what I'm thinking in a way. Okay, so that was her first action. For her second action, I think for now she's just gonna move to away. 1, 2, and yes, you know it. She's to the A. All right, and then we'll put an activation on her, and we're gonna go to the black team. And I don't want to move the queen for the same reason. I want to be able to see the kitten when he activates. So I'm going to move probably my playing card, and we've got to get all the way over there. So 1, 2, and then another move action because there's nobody to challenge, nothing to interact with. So another move action, and that is my playing card. I've activated, put the activation marker on it. So now, because Alice is already activated, the kitten has to go. And yes, he wants points, so he will interact. And we put it, I think it's on the 4. I have to check that, but I'm pretty sure. So let me see. So yes, I checked, and it is on the spot number 4 of the cooldown track. So I was right. I knew I remember that, but you know, sometimes so many rules in your head that you're like, was it, or am I wrong? Was it lower? But no, it's on number 4. And then the kitten has an extra action or a second action that they can perform. And I guess we'll go towards that ball. I wish the kitten could hit this guy, but I guess they can't. So just to be safe, we're gonna go straight, and we'll go that way the next time because I don't want to have the queen's wrath on me. All right, we're back to the queen, and it's the queen's turn. Now the queen did see that person interact. So after arrival, the queen can see, doesn't interact or assist. Place the temper status card on the 2 of your cooldown track and do a basic move. Put it like this so I know where it is. Do a basic move or, what is it? Basic move or challenge. So she can't challenge, but she can move. So she's gonna do her basic move. So she's rolling 4. Better get to it. All right, she's gonna move it. So with 4 successes, it's more than enough to get this ball through the wicket. It's 1, 2, 3, and actually the ball will stop there, which, how am I gonna kick it out of there? Does it not move through a point marker? I don't know, because I can't, I guess I'm gonna leave it there, because if I put it in that corner, unless I'm on top of it, I can kick it. I'm not exactly sure. So again, the instructions are not very clear on all this. No wonder Chloe had a hard time playing this one. I get it. I know that they try to keep the instructions short so that you can get to playing faster, but come on, give us a little bit of explanation, right? Tell us what's going on, or else we're gonna end up being very confused during the game. But you know, I do have a saying, like, if as long as you keep it equal for both, I don't think it's cheating. You know, sometimes you have to create house rules because what, am I gonna just stop playing because I don't know where exactly the ball goes? No. But in any case, we do get our check mark over here, which gives us a point. So we did that, and that was it for the queen. Oh, and this goes on 1, which doesn't really matter because it's the end of the round. Starting with the first player, we bring everything down 1. So that comes down, this comes down, this comes down, and then she gets her red back thanks to being angry. She's a little less angry now, but still angry. And we're gonna come over here, and since she's angry, she might as well get some people, you know, messed up over here. Let's see, what are they? So black team is first, so what are they gonna do? Well, Alice is in the way. Sorry, Alice, but you are in the way. I could also just try to get the kitten instead of Alice, but if I can get Alice knocked down, that'd be great. I think we might go with always are my ways. It says move 1, so she'll be moving. An ally does a move 2, then if the queen is angry, they do a challenge 2, so my ally can attack. So first, we'll pay for it. Move, it's on number 2. Then she moves 1, and she's gonna move, that'll be her first action. Yeah, she's gonna move right here. And then, if the queen, an ally does a move 2, so ally has to go around Alice. I guess the ally, well, she can go around the queen, so 1 and 2. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that noise, that's my microphone falling. Alright, so the ally moved 2, and then if the queen is angry, the ally gets to do a challenge 2. Now, the ally is now closer to the ball, which is kind of what I was looking for, because we gotta get the ball out of there. But, just in case, let's try to go for Alice. And they got 2 hits on Alice. Now remember, Alice defends with 2. And Alice defends 1, so that means that, yes, the ally, the playing card wins the challenge and Alice is knocked down. Now she's not fully out. Like I said before, in this game you have to knock them down and then do another challenge and knock them out. But the queen still has one more action. So I thought, what a perfect opportunity. First of all, this will only cost her to put the token on 1, because if the queen is angry, decrease the ability cost by 2, and then it's a challenge 4, so there's a pretty good chance, because you know, she's mad. So of course I can roll terrible, but with 4 dice she rolled 5 successes. Okay, so Alice would need to, I don't think Alice, well, if Alice gets 2 of these, that would be 6 successes, but that's the only thing that will save her. So Alice will try and defend, and she actually got 4 defense, so, but the queen still wins. So when you're knocked out, you go on number 1. The queen also gets a point for her evil doings, putting them at 4 points already to Alice's 1. So, and the character can still act during their turn, so I can exhaust them. That's all I can do, but it means that I'm delaying the turn for the kitten. So that's kind of like a strategy that you can implement if you want to wait for the kitten not to act next time. So I think that's it for the queen though. Good turn, good turn. And now we're gonna go to the white team, and I can either use Alice's turn to just stall, or I can move my kitten somewhere. And I think I want to move my kitten somewhere as fast as I can, so I want to get away from that angry queen, although she cannot act again, so I'm safe. But let's just go get the ball, because if we can get the points, so the player's gonna move 1, 2, the playing card, and then 1. And they did 2 move actions, and that's it. Okay, so now we're back to the black team. Actually I moved the wrong one, didn't I? Yes I did, it was here. It would be 1, 2, actually better, because then they can challenge 2 and try to get the ball moving. I'm so excited about the queen that I'm still playing for her. So ball moves 2, 1, 2, okay, because we got to get to another wicket, not the same one. And now they're done, and now it's the this guy's turn. So I don't think it's well, any use knocking them out now, because they already acted. So I'm just gonna go try to get to my ball, which is, where is my ball? I lost my ball. Did I moved the wrong ball? Oh my gosh, Annabelle. Okay. Never mind, backtracking a little bit. So I need to get to that ball over there. Where was I? Was I here? Yeah, I was, because I got there. So 1, 2. Away from everybody, I guess. Actually, they all acted. No, this one hasn't. So I'm just gonna move there. Okay, now I can go. And this guy is the one that's gonna move too and hit that ball. You would think I would know my colors. Black, white, not so hard. Okay, so the ball moves 1. Would have been smarter, and I think I'm smarter, to just interact with the point marker and get a point that way. Oh my gosh, and do the ball later. So it's a turn that took me like 5 times to redo until I was satisfied with it. They're only 1 away from winning, so it shouldn't be super hard, especially since poor Alice over here, well, she's not doing that great, is she? So she's just gonna exhaust herself, because there's nothing she can do. She cannot take any actions. And then it's the end of the round, now that I've activated that guy. So at the end of the round, starting with the first player, everything comes down. So the queen is not angry anymore, thank God, for the white player, and everything else comes down. And Alice comes down, and when she does, she can start back in her starting spot. She could choose any of them, but I guess here would be the best one. Everything else comes down. The white team is first, and they better start getting some points. The D is coming back. Where's the ball? The ball's all the way over there. It's not gonna be easy getting points, and this guy wouldn't have worked, but I keep forgetting about him, which is not good. We need all the help we can get. Okay, let's get the activation tokens off the character sheets, and let's start. So I think the kitten is closer, so we're gonna do 1, 2, and then a challenge, because I can probably get the ball going that way. And yes, that's a lot of movement. So 1, 2, and again, I'm gonna stop there, because if I lock the ball in the corner, it's not gonna work. But they do get a check mark and their second point, so they're happy about that. I mean, still a lot to do to catch up. And the kitten has gone, so now it's back to the black team. And let's get the playing card going first so they can do a challenge to the ball. And of course you didn't see any of that because I forgot to turn the camera. Anyways, what did I do? Oh yeah, I moved the kitten here. It was 2 away, and then I got 4, so 1, 2, 3, but I didn't put it on 4 because again I think it's too much to put it on 4, so I just left it on 3. Then again, it could be that I'm cheating, but I cheated for both teams. So if it's the same, it's not cheating, right? Okay, so now we're going to do a challenge 2 with the playing card to the ball. All right, let's roll. We got 1, so not a lot. So there's 1, okay. And they still have another action. Of course, they really can't do much. So they're just gonna move. I don't want to move them there because the queen can come and shoot at the ball. Of course, we can't go through this wicket because that wicket's already theirs. So I guess we'll just go 1, 2. She can move through her ally. So kind of setting up for next turn a little bit. All right, and they're activated. So now it's Alice's turn. She's the only one around. Yeah, she's got a long way to go to that ball. The only thing she can do is try and get one of the markers. I guess we'll walk towards the ball because I know the marker's coming back. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And then, because she's going to be exhausted, it says, when Alice becomes exhausted, you may place the white rabbit minion token in a square Alice can see. Then Alice may do a move 1 towards the white rabbit. So of course, I kind of want to come towards the point token. So we're going to go down here. We're together, my friend and I. All right, Alice is done. The queen is going to follow her plan to try and get that ball going because I don't think she has time to knock out Alice. She's not mad, but she still does a 4 challenge. Let's see. She only has red. She doesn't have yellow available. So she would have to do a move, which will waste an action. So no, I don't think she has time. Because if she could use her abilities to move her and attack, then yeah, that would be worth it. But she'd have to do a move action, which is going to be one of her actions, and then the challenge. So Alice will be knocked down, but not knocked out, so she wouldn't get a point. So instead, she'll do 1, 2. She'll move right through her ally, and then let's challenge the ball. Wow, that's a long way for the ball to roll. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 2 balls are together, and I don't know if they can be together. Oh no, they can't. If this ball would get here, this ball moves, right? The end of movement, yes, and the ball moves. And from here, yes, you can kick it from there, so it's fine. Which is a problem. That ball shouldn't be there. Like it's not a good place for it to be. In any case, queen is done. She moved and she challenged, so everybody's done. Okay, cool. So let's starting with this player. They get their mana back. The C comes down. This guy's the D comes back, and there we go. And everybody gets their activation markers out of their character sheet, away or off in English. Anyways, so and the first player marker comes over here. So all we have to do is push that ball one more time, but they're very far away from it. So I don't think that's gonna happen. They have to walk that way anyways, right? Because the point markers are there, although C is coming back. And C would come down here. But, I guess maybe divide and conquer, because if we can't get the ball, one can go get the ball, the other one can come get the point marker. So we'll send the queen, who's a little stronger, towards the ball, because that's where the action is. So she's going to do a move 2, 1, 2, and a move 2, 1, 2. That's all she's going to do is facing her ball, and she's gone, so she gets an activation token placed on her, and then the white team can go make some points. Now how to do that is the real challenge. The ball is all the way in the corner. Alice can come and get tokens. Can she move any other way more than 2? She could use her, I don't think so, she cannot move 3. She would need to move 3 to get to the point marker. That's unfortunate. Okay, there's a way, there's a way, there's always a way. Oh yeah, there's a way. So she can use Curiouser and Curiouser. she'll have to use her yellow mana, but it's available. Choose a token within 3 squares that Alice can see and place her adjacent to it. Well, that would have worked, but these things are not tokens, they're markers. So that's not a valid place. However, choose a token within 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not 3 squares away because she could have gone for B. Then, yeah, I don't think there is a way. That's too bad. Did she move already? No, I already forgot if I moved her once. Well, she's losing, so if I move her and she had already moved, then you know what? Catch up. Anyways, I think we're gonna do the token thing though. I think we're still gonna use Curious Her and Curious Her because it'll make her move a little quicker. So you'll have to place it on 1, which is not bad. And then there's a token over there in the bowl. There's a token over here as well. Within 3 squares, then can she see this one? 1, 2, 3. Oh, she can see it. 1, 2, 3. So she can't do that. Oh, okay. So fine. She'll just move 2. 1, 2. And now she can see it. So is it convenient? She'll be right next to the point, but she'll also be right next to the queen. And she can just be safe at the D. So I think she's just gonna move 1 here and just wait. And I don't think we need to do the rabbit. She's right where she needs to be. So that was Alice. And then black team, it's our friend who's all the way over here. Really far, far, far. So I think we're just moving 1, 2, 1, 2 towards the action, which is all over here. Okay, so that is done. And then our kitten cannot reach 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But the kitten can interact, but of course, right now, can I stand there? I don't know if I can stand there, to be honest with you. It's a marker. Let me check. The answer is yes. You can place your character on a marker. So, there we go. Okay, kitten done. Everybody done. So, starting with the first player, that comes down. This comes down and comes back to its rightful place. Activation tokens off. Play a marker to the next player. All right, we can at least make some points. So the kitten's gonna go first. It's going to interact. But oh, if the kitten interacts with the point marker, you know what's gonna happen? The queen's gonna see it, she's gonna get mad. But Alice is gonna interact with the point marker anyway, so I guess we're gonna make her mad. Oof, oh, that's not good. So a point for the team. At least they made it to 3. And for the second action, challenge the ball. I guess this ball is nowhere where I want it to be. But I don't see what else we can do. Here we go. And we move it 1. Okay. So the ball will move 1. It will move here. Now we're stuck. See, this is the problem. Like the rules don't really say a straight line. Could I move it here instead? Because if not, we're gonna get stuck with the tree. So again, the rules are not really clear, but I would think it's still a straight line. It's still a diagonal line. So we're just gonna say that, because if not, I mean, they're not getting out of this pickle. And even like that, they probably won't, because it is the black team's turn, and the, what do you call it? This guy's gonna go 1, 2, and then challenge 2, and they only need to get 1 success. And they got like a bunch. So it would be, not you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's what they got. They got 4. They got 4. Which means they do get their marker on this wicket, and they get their last points now. But you're supposed to play until the end of the round. I don't know that the white team can catch up, but you gotta give them a chance, right? So let's give them a chance. So the playing card is finished, and now it's time for Alice to do something. By the way, she's mad, right? Because he interacted. Alice is going to interact as well and get a point. Where is the token? Oh yeah, it's a B. Okay. So we made it to 4 points, and now Alice will do what? She's just gonna have to move. She has to get that ball. Well, she could go, the kitten can get the ball 1, 2 to go try and get that point from the point marker, because we need to get points. We need to catch up, which is not going to happen because she only has until the end of the round, which now is the black team's turn, and then that's it. That's the end of the round. So I think we got a clear winner, is all I'm saying, because the queen doesn't even need to make any points. She can just pretty much walk around. But just for fun, we're going to challenge Alice. Let's do it. 1, 2. She's mad, so this only costs her 1, and she's challenging Alice for 4, just for kicks. And for 4, I mean rolling 4 dice. Let's do it. She's got 2 hits on Alice. Okay. Let's see if Alice can defend. She can't. Just for laughs, just because she can. She's knocked down. Of course, you can't knock her out because she doesn't have any more actions. The queen is done, but it is the end of the round, and we have a clear winner, so that's it. Well, that's it. That was a full run through. I know we still have a few unanswered questions. I'm sorry that I really don't have all the answers. Maybe looking at Board Game Geek is a way to figure out the nuisance that we couldn't figure out together because they weren't in the rules, or at least I couldn't find them in the rules. But if you have the answers, let me know in the comments below so we can help other viewers out and they can play it right. Thank you guys for watching. Join us on social media. We do post pictures of upcoming games and what's going on in the world of social media. Is always what's going on here at Meeple Village, and also you can find out more about At the Starlight, the band where I play, just to support and appreciate the support that you give us. I do have a couple of viewers that support the band, and I am so appreciative. Even though they're far away, it doesn't matter. Music is international, right? So thank you again for watching. Hope this video at least gave you an idea of how to play the game. And I am honest, if I don't know how to do something, I'm not going to tell you, oh, this is the way to do it. I'll tell you I don't know how to do it. And even when I'm doing things, I might make mistakes. I am human. And you guys usually point those out. And I'm glad you do. Just point them out nicely is all I'm asking. Also, again, this is a test. I'm still trying to test out this new system. I do forget sometimes to switch cameras. I have to get used to the whole thing. But it has been saving me a lot of time in editing. I think I've done like 3 videos in 2 days, which before it would take me 1 video in 3 days, 1 video in more than 3 days. So it has helped me a lot. I will continue to get better at it, I promise. I am giving it my all. But thank you so much for sticking out and sticking by while I'm trying to figure all this out. And as always, may you play more games. See you in the next one.